Hello, I'm Mark Scheffler with Leadership Akron. I'm here with one of our graduates, Bill Feth, who is CEO at AESCO Electronics. And Bill just completed chairing the United Way annual campaign, which exceeded its goal this year. And Bill, just talk a little bit about what the outcome of the campaign was and what the significance of surpassing the goal is.
Okay. First of all, the campaign goal this year was 11.1 million, and we're really winding up at about 11.1 million and $75,000. So we're 75,000 over the goal this year, and I think it really says a lot about the community that this is the first time in a number of years that we've been able to meet or exceed the goal, and it's been a difficult year. I mean, there's no one, I think, who will say that last year was a robust economic year. So, I think it says a lot about the community that they realized that, a couple of years into this recession with high unemployment, that there were needs in the community that needed to be met. I'm just thankful that people stepped up when we were able to be a part of that. And I think one statistic that I found very interesting in this, we have at United Way, we have about 1,146 different giving units that we monitor, and this includes foundations, individuals, corporate donors, etc. And of those 1,146, 76% were up this year. And that means they gave $1 more than last year and up. And we had about 6% that were even and about 18% that were down. So there was a large movement within the community, I think, to really get behind the campaign this year. I'm very thankful.
So what are some of the ways you saw leaders stepping forward to make the campaign successful, and even some of the qualities of leadership that you find yourself coming back to throughout the campaign to help guide it towards success?
Well, we were blessed with a large number of leaders who stepped up. One of them, Jim Merklin, who chaired the Tocqueville Society, and that's the group of donors in United Way who contribute $10,000 or more a year, and it's really a key group. Jim just broke all records for recruiting additional donors this year. I mean, by a factor of 2. He just did a tremendous job. He's just one of the many leaders that really got involved and made this happen. And I think what we tried to do this year was to put the campaign on a little different level. One of the phrases that I've used throughout the campaign is, to whom much is given, much is asked, and of those from whom much is asked, much is expected. Trying to get people to understand that those of us who've been blessed in certain ways really have an obligation to help out others who haven't been so fortunate. And I think that resonated. I mean, it's a truth of life, and I think bringing that up and talking with people about it really got people thinking about the fact that, we do have some corporations and some individuals in this community who are doing very well. And we have others who are not. And we need to help those people. And I think a real poignant example of that is someone pointed out to me that one of the agencies that, we have people now in our food line who were 20-year donors to United Way. And when you have the unemployment levels that we've had and the economic distress we've had in the area, that happens. And I think it calls the rest of us to be present and make things happen for those people.
Absolutely. So what are some aspects of your leadership background experience, if any, that played into the experience of chairing United Way campaign, and really were there ways that leadership background connections among alumni helped contribute to the success of the experience over the last year?
Well, Leadership Akron, for me, when I went through the program, was really an introduction to the community, understanding what the major instruments of community activity were, who the people were that were making things happen, understanding their strategies and their perspectives. And of course, I went through that years ago, class of 12, and so I've maintained some of those contacts over the years. But I think more than anything, it really gave me a feeling on how the community operates and how it functions as a total institution. And as a result, I felt very comfortable in talking with people, meeting with people. discussing issues on a peer level about things that need to be addressed. I think it was very, very helpful. And, we have enough graduates of Leadership Akron now that, we're kind of everywhere. So everybody's got a common bond and a common experience, and with a different funny slant to things sometimes. But it was very helpful. And Leadership Akron to me was very important in the early part of my working in the community. I had been gone from Akron for a while, came back here for business reasons, and spent a lot of time initially in building the business and being involved in business-related National Trade Association, National Show Board, and things of that sort. So when I kind of went through all those chairs and decided that things were such that I could spend some time and get involved in the community, Leadership Akron was a tremendous door for that. It gave me an opportunity to meet people and to understand what was going on in the community and how needs were being addressed, and kind of who did what, and if you had a problem over here, where did you go to talk to people? So it was a great lead, and it was one of the best things I've done to get oriented to the community, and I look back on it with fond memories. It was just a lot of fun, too. Enjoyed it.